What's up, YouTube? This here is my board press. Been working on it for a while now, and it's coming along. It's been in the working for about a year now. I built it a while ago, but I really haven't been able to use it yet, and now since I got a couple more pieces of machinery to work with, I can finally try to put together my first board. Let me run you through what I got here. I've got these pieces of plywood here that I laminated together and used screws. There's 4 sheets, and I cut the middles out to make like a box shape, kind of rounded off here. And I've got 2 4-ton presses. I've got an angle iron here that runs all the way along the spine, and I've got this pulley set up so I can lift it up like such and work in between here, and hopefully that'll work out for doing boards. And I've got 1 foot of width in here, and I believe it's only about 6 inches for the spine, but if I need to add more to the spine, I can. And lately I've been working on the ribs for the press, and right now what I've got here is probably about 25 pieces of plywood cut with a curve. And over here I've got the same amount cut with the concave and the convex. And I've been working on them. I just started to sand them, so let me show you how I'm going to do it. So what I did here was I lined them all up, and I used these clamps to put them all together, and just so happens that these clamps are just big enough, and the metal for the clamps here makes it all straight up and true, so that they're nice and square. And I cut them out with my jigsaw. It's right here, and they weren't so straight. Every single one of them has a little bit of a difference in it. So when I was cutting it, I didn't get a perfect cut. So I'm taking the belt sander to it, and hopefully that will fix the problem, and it'll be a nice curve. Such a beautiful color. Yeah, wood is pretty much a beautiful color. And so is the work that I've done here. It's pretty smooth, it's pretty nice, and yeah, I did a pretty good job, I think. This is going to work out pretty well, and hopefully my math is correct. Yeah, it pretty much only hurts when I'm sober, and it also pretty much hurts when I realize that these are really, really far off. So it's going to take me a lot of work to get these down to where they're going to A, fit with these ones, and B, be all the same level. It seems that it looks like it's a lot easier to sand the convex ones rather than the concave ones. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Okay, so I've been staring at this a little bit more, and I really don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know whether, because this is a flat surface, whether I'm going to cut into it, whether it's good to just go like this, or should I try to get the end on it and go like this, but then they'll be uneven, so I'm just going to trial and error my way through it like usual. Okay, so it turns out that It is a pain in the ass to do this, and I can only use the very end of the sander to do this, and I really don't have any other tools to do it any differently. And every time I go to try to go like this, the freaking thing is falling off this way. Got to mess with the fine adjustment. So it's just going to be time consuming. Okay, so looks pretty good. It's just as good as the other side. Now I gotta make sure I match them up the right way and see if they go together pretty well. I hope they do. So I put a little piece of wood in there to lift it up and just show what it looks like looking through it. And yeah, it looks pretty good. There's a few little blemishes I see in there, but it's no big deal really. It's all pretty good if you ask me. And here they are, kind of like right next to each other. I thought it looked kind of cool, and it also gives you another perspective of them being kind of symmetrical-ish.